Go.
We have breaking news here at Brah Migos Podcast. I know you guys are coming in to watch, us talk about everything, but we have breaking news right now. We have on good authority and multiple sources have confirmed that Sammy Sosa is getting darker. I repeat, Sammy Sosa is getting darker. The great Chicago Cub is getting darker once again. He is going from the strawberry ice cream in the Neapolitan pack
Mm,
back to chocolate. I repeat,
What?
strawberry to chocolate.
Oh
I'm
my
Powder
glad to
goodness.
see Sammy.
no more. I repeat, powder no more. We are getting closer back to the Sammy Sosa of old. I know this is going to take a lot from you guys, but this is a lot to take in. So please bear with us, and we will give you more reports as time goes on. But back to you, Nate, in the studio.
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and hit the intro.
If you're a diehard sports fan or sports fanatic, then this is the place you want to be. You're now listening to the Brah Migos Podcast, the best place for all sports everything. So pull up and let's go.
Oh,
Man, you heard the man. Brah Migos Podcast in the building, a place that you need to be. And my name is Price, here with my bros, Rob, Jarvis. We are Brah Migos Podcast, baby.
yes, sir.
We're here again with another episode for you guys. We are going to discuss some things: MLB trades, WWE, basketball, and we're going to jump into it right now. And I'm going to start off the Rafael Devers trade.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, I have finally calmed down.
Okay.
I've come back down to earth.
Yeah.
I've assessed the goods that we've gotten. I've went through and thought about everything. And I'm okay with this. I am upset that, again, Boston trades away another superstar. He isn't quite Mookie Betts,
No.
but a superstar nonetheless that we had, a hitter. Pretty damn good hitter, lefty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as mad anymore. We have some great picks, a lot of young talent coming together. If we put it together, I feel like my team will be just fine. But I know that you had something that you wanted to say about this. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you right now. What did you have to let the world know about this trade?
So I'm glad that you were very measured in your approach with how you felt about Rafael Devers, but I'm not as measured. Now, granted, I'm not as mad as what I was because, like, when the whole thing happened and the article came out, and basically it was like, oh man, how could the Red Sox do this to their fans once again? And it's like he did them to himself. Okay, so everybody that doesn't know like the trade, like Rafael Devers, like Nate said, great hitter for the Boston Red Sox. When Alex Bregman got signed on to the Red Sox, that meant, that somebody was going to have to ass up third base. Now, Alex Bregman did say he was willing to play second. So he said he would do that for the team. But the Red Sox said, no, we want Alex Bregman to play third base, even though he's really on like a 1-year deal right now because he's got a player option for the end of this year. And so they were like, no, you can't. We brought you in here to play third base, so you're going to play third base. So that basically caused a rift within Rafael Devers, of course, because he was the everyday third baseman for that team. Now, when we say everyday third baseman for that team, he did play third base, but he didn't really play third base. That motherfucker
No, he
was
didn't.
shit T with an absolute with all the Y's, all the T's, all the shits combined in it. He was a very bad third baseman. He had a lot of errors. He had basically like a negative defensive WAR, negative 4.3. Like he was bad. Bad. And that was the reason, and I think that was part of the reason why the Red Sox went to go trade for Alex Bregman. Because if y'all also weren't aware, they were trying to trade for Nolan Arenado very early on in the offseason because of they wanted to get somebody better at third base, but Alex Bregman was the guy that they actually did. So this is where I'm going to say I understand where Rafael Devers is coming from. I understand basically somebody taking your job. And when I say taking your job, it wasn't as if he was out of the starting lineup. He was going to basically be the DH, which was more of what he was good at.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand basically him saying, hey, I was the third baseman. You guys had me at third base. Why can't I stay here? When it really is, they were saying, you shit. We need somebody better at third base. You're really shitty at this. Now, that's where I'm like, you got to look upon yourself and be like, hey, why did they do this? Why did they do this to me? They did it because you suck at defensively.
Yes. Yes.
Defensively, you stink.
Oh,
I
man.
cannot stop emphasizing how much you stink at third base. But he basically got all up in arms. He said, I'm going to put my glove up. Y'all said I could put my glove up. Cool. Tristan Casas gets hurt. They need him to play first base. He's like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. To the point that he even got mad at a rookie for wanting to play third base because Christian Campbell was like, hey, I'm trying to stay on the field, but B, I'm trying to do what's best for the team, which that's what Rafael Devers should have basically did. He should have basically said, I want to do best for the team, which he did basically say, I'll play third base, and was taking first baseman drills with the San Francisco Giants. I say all that to say this. Rafael Devers, I don't know you. I've never known you. I've never met you. I've never did anything like that. But everything about you and everything about what you're acting is that you're a flimsy motherfucker. I don't know that for a fact. I can't say that for sure because I don't know the character. I don't know you. But you are basically doing all of the actions of a flimsy motherfucker. And I don't like the fact that you're a flimsy motherfucker because that team, the Red Sox, was relying on you for a lot of offensive production, especially because Alex Bregman had been hurt. But you yourself, you basically said, I am getting in my feelings. I'm moody. I'm basically like this. And that's kind of caused a rift. And they couldn't keep somebody like that on because especially if you're the franchise player, you're the player that everybody goes in to look at and basically take their notes from. You can't be this. You can't be the dude. And to be a team player and to be the franchise player, you got to be the guy that says, hey, I'm a basically be like, hey, this is above me. Let me go play first base. Because if you're going to do this for this next team that basically hasn't said shit, barely said shit to you, they just went ahead and just traded for you and basically took on your contract, which the Red Sox gave to you, you might as well just say, man, look, I'm going to go play first. I'm going to do what's best for the team. I know what they did. And really, they weren't the people that signed you. The current front office basically is not the one that actually put the contract in front of you, gave you everything, all these machinations. They just said, hey, you are our guy for this. But you took it upon yourself to basically say, I'm going to be in my feelings and all that. So this is blown up. And I can't say that I fully blame you because of how the Red Sox acted, but I could blame most of you. Because if you just would have went to first base, I think a lot of this would have been very much avoided. But that's where we are. And I can't really say I can't really be on your side with this. I just say, man, you being for real flimsy. But Visky, you got anything, man?
I actually do. Now, I looked at this from two different perspectives, right? Now, from the business side of things, I don't know if they took a lot of things personal, the Red Sox. But when you look at the business side of things, I asked myself, did they just send 2 World Series rings to the Giants? Just like Mookie won 2 World Series rings with the Dodgers. I asked myself, is that the kind of luck the Red Sox are going to have? Is it? That's how I felt. When I looked at it, I was like, can it be Mookie all over again?
Nope, not
No.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus right there. I rebuke him ever having a hidden performance like David Ortiz did in the World Series.
And now, from my Brah Migos beef side of things, I laughed my ass off because I hope he goes to the World Series. I hope he hits a walk-off for the Giants to win the World Series. Just so I could call Price right here and say, I told you, y'all delivered the Giants a World Series ring. Now, that's the side I was looking at it on. Big facts.
This is coming from a person who barely beat the Rockies. I just want to throw that out and went out there and got swept by the Giants and by the Diamondbacks back to back and lost to us before that. All this year, might I include. Just nah. You ain't gotta look. You can go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and see the juice.
I mean, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong, my dude.
I mean,
And
see
no,
how they, see how they take shots when you prove
And they
facts.
lost
Come
to the
on now.
Marlins right now, and they gotta play them
You see
again
how they
today.
taking shots?
Well,
Come
no,
on
they
now.
gotta play them again today.
and now you trying to hide the head. Like, hold on, dog. Like you said,
Nah.
you see how they take shots. Like you went at the head and you was like, why they hating on me now? Like,
Look.
come
Nah,
up, my nigga.
you throw a rock, I'm gonna throw 10 boulders back. I load them suckers up in the catapult and get the lunch in there.
He's like, you shoot my dog, I'm gonna burn your house down. Like that.
So, dude.
But no, I say this, like if the Red Sox basically are, especially with them, with the Giants taking on all the contract money, they are in a great position right now to basically really soak up some free agents because Genio Suarez is a free agent. Now, Genio Suarez is not Rafael Devers.
He's not.
Absolutely say that.
He's not.
But Kyle Tucker is at that level. And Kyle Tucker is a free agent, and basically you could go out and get him. Granted, you got Roman Anthony, who you just basically called up, but you can figure out that fucking outfield. Like, I mean, that's not a problem. Also, Murakami is basically out there from, if y'all remember him from the World Baseball game Classic.
Yep.
For Japan, basically, big slugger. Like, he can be the dude that y'all go out and get. Just go spend some goddamn money.
Yeah, it's gonna be on us to spend money. I think we're gonna try to get a pitcher, and I think we're gonna try to figure things out in the outfield and infield, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with it. I just don't want in the end. I just don't want this Devers thing to come back. I don't think it's gonna come back because he wasn't a Mookie Betts.
No,
like we know LA has a purse deep as like the Baltic Sea right now. Whenever they get to spending money to just do whatever, that's how come they've gotten what they got. But I do think that we can definitely be competitive. We can get out there. We can get going. We just got to spend the money, and I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Now, as we shift from the baseball diamond to squared circle, gentlemen, last night, what we saw.
Speak on it.
WWE. John Cena. Pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something.
Oof. Come on.
He deserved that title right now that he got.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if he's gonna cut promos like that, he deserves to hold on.
Give it all. Give it all.
Just let him look. As far as I'm concerned, let him ride off into the sunset with it now. Just take it. We'll make another title. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out after that, WWE. What we heard last night, the fact that he used pieces of CM Punk's pipe bomb against him in the ring and delivered it after he delivered the attitude adjustment through the Slim Jim table, which I'm not a fan of WWE. I just want to throw that out there.
I am.
It's just so corny. I understand it. It's just, I want to see a Slim Jim thing on the table, dog. Just let it be a table. But nonetheless, he snapped him into a table like a Slim Jim. And Slim Jim, if you want to go ahead and sponsor us, I'm all with it. I'm fine with everything that happened with this pipe bomb. I don't want to see him lose that title now if he's going to do that. I know that they're going to want him to go out on his back, but I almost don't want him to go out on his back at this point. It's like, let him walk out, because we saw something in the crowd last night, though. I don't know if y'all picked it up. After that, they went to his side. It was like, And I've been on his side the whole time, but I'm like, oh, now y'all want to come over here.
Exactly. Because when he first came out, they had the John Cena sucks. It was a
Yes.
whole different story after the pipe bomb drop.
So if y'all see the shirt that I'm wearing right now, it's a Bret Hart shirt. Can't remember where I got it from, but I love Bret Hart back at WrestleMania with Stone Cold. It was the double turn, and not only was it the double turn, it was John Cena is right. That's what this shirt should really say. John Cena was right, because John Cena been talking about these fans and how fickle they are, how they turn, and they keep doing it. It's like,
Ooh.
hey, John Cena being mean, I love you. Like that's really what it is. Like dog, y'all like a former wrestler once said, fickle. Like you guys basically like fans of fickle.
Fickle.
And
Yes.
The
dude,
eco-friendly champion.
I miss that belt. I don't care how much people say call that belt like they didn't like it. I love that belt. That was like one of the best belts. That was one of the best belts WWE ever did.
Yes. And I also go out and say this. WWE, I know it's tradition that people go out on their back. But if there was ever a time we were not gonna make somebody go out on their back, this is the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time right now. I know it's always wrestling tradition. Hey, whenever you leave, go out on your back. Like I'm expecting Goldberg to go out on his back.
Better for old ass.
You're right. And you're right.
Go out on his back.
You're right. He needs to. But Cena right now does not. And I will say this again. Y'all forget some of the whack ass stuff that John Cena pulled us through. And we were there. And we loved it. And he got us through Nexus and other bad things in wrestling at the time. I went back. And do you realize some of the BS like stories and stuff that came in during that time? That he kind of threw an umbrella over all of this. And he protected us from that.
Relax.
And now he's leaving.
Forever.
And it's like,
sad moment. I didn't think I'd be sad.
Yeah. But what do y'all how did y'all feel when he said Claudio, Nick Nemeth, and Matt Cardona?
I was like, wow, now he name dropping.
yes.
He's name dropping the AEW. Now, name dropping TNA was a little different, but when he name dropped Claudio and Matt,
Nick Nemeth.
Yeah, Nick he TNA. But when you drop an AEW name, I was like, whoa.
But it was the thing that I thought about when it came to like that, because I'm like, he basically said, because he called him a hypocrite. He said that, hey, you basically aren't the guy that kind of pulls together else, which that's what Triple H said. I always remember at least that moment when Triple H basically him was in the ring. He's like, you want to bring a revolution, but you want to bring a revolution where you're the one that's on top. Like you don't want to basically bring it for everyone else. You want to bring it for you, and then whoever aligns with you. And that's what. And I'm so glad to see you said that, because it is. I think it is partially true. Like I think Punk wants to basically bring in the revolution as long as he's in the forefront with the sword, basically leading the charge.
Calling him Mr. TKO. I was like, wow. You don't want to change. You Mr. TKO himself. I say, ooh.
Because think about how many times he was like, man, I ain't coming back. I ain't doing this. I don't fuck with them, da-da-da. And then
he came back.
He
came back. He cannot. I'm telling you, it's been two major things that Cena has said, and he's brought it to the light. Cody Rhodes, you want to be everything that I've ever been, and you ain't it. And then he turned around and he slapped CM Punk in the face. This was the equivalent to back in the day, whenever they slapped, I slap you. I challenge you to a duel. And that's what he did last night. And there's nothing that you can do but eat that one right now. And to me, the silver lining, the little sprinkle on top for us is he has to do it in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere he said, "I'll never do this over there."
Gonna take that blood money now.
Oh, you damn right, he gonna take it now. I was like, ooh, it hurts even to me. And I know it's people gonna be like, but they're fictional. Look, shut up.
It's story, baby.
The story that's with this, knowing how CM Punk is, it wouldn't surprise me if he is a person that quote unquote doesn't want to take blood money. But you about to get that check now, though.
Oh yeah.
And you know you want this money. You know you want that money.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes him look even worse. That's why I said right now, I know that they're like, oh, honors Cena. He's gonna go out on his back, pass to whoever. I wouldn't care if Rollins ran out there to cash in and he AA'd Rollins and won this and walked out with that, or whoever tries to try him for this title. If he walked away with this title, I'd be fine with it now.
Yeah.
Because he just gave us something that we're gonna say, damn, from him being a doctor of thugonomics, pulling us through all of the BS up to the end of his career, even whenever they wanted him taking losses and people were with him and they were cheating him and everything else, till the end, this man is giving us everything.
Yep.
And I'm gonna throw this one out there. I don't think me and you talked about this, Visky. I might have saw this. You know what WWE can do whenever it's time to induct him into the Hall of Fame? A Make-A-Wish kid and Randy Orton.
That would be a good thing.
He has been Mr. Make-A-Wish.
Yes.
And if you just have a kid come out there that gets to say, I got to go on stage with John Cena in his last moments of being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and you got to call him out, and then you let Randy give a speech for him, chef's kiss.
Yep.
So we'd write a storybook ending that nobody ever could write again for a guy in the business.
Yep.
And I'm for it, baby. I'm all for it.
Me too.
That would be epic. I agree.
But oh man, that was just
chef's
or aside from Randy Orton, his very first beef, Kurt Angle and a Make-A-Wish kid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Angle. Yeah.
I could definitely see Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Yep.
I could definitely see Kurt Angle.
I actually like that better. Although Kurt been like I don't know what the right way to say it. That Roy's been kicking his ass. Like the back, like the effects of like Roy's and basically that, like it's been kicking his ass a little bit. Yeah, like so I hope you're well, sir.
Yes,
but your body's. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I shouldn't have said it in the first place.
With having one of them out there in a Make-A-Wish kid, you wouldn't be able to write a better ending to this. You would not be able to write a better ending to this, no matter how you wrote this.
Yeah.
Now, from pipe bombs to us, now we have a special Brah Migos event that we'd like to do with you guys today. We are gonna draft us, each one of us, me, Rob, Visky, a small wrestling WWE roster. Okay. And how this works. Single superstars are one pick. Tag teams are one pick. If you pick a faction, it's going to be 2 picks. And you can split factions up. Okay. So you guys get to have a little idea of how we would build our teams and how it's come out. You know, I'm on the short end of the stick right now. I got the 3rd pick. I want to say who Visky has the 1st pick.
Yes.
Yeah, Visky has 1st pick. Rob has 2nd pick. I have 3rd pick. And we're going to get into that right about now.
Yeah, this is in honor of the NBA draft that's happening on the 20th. No, here we go. Yeah, that's it. I think 25th. Yeah.
Yeah, 25th.
So in case you guys didn't realize, the draft is like very close. The NBA draft is like
few days.
And that's why we wanted to do this right now.
Mm-hmm. Epic.
A few days. Now, Jarvis, go ahead and start us off with your first pick. Who are you going to draft first to your WWE roster?
I don't need time in the green room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shouldn't be a surprise. The number one overall pick in this draft, the Brah Migos 2025 draft. None other than the OTC tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns.
Okay. And I figured he might go there. I
only said that because I can't remember the other one.
So Jarvis taking Roman Reigns off the board right away. I must say that wasn't who I was going to draft first. I think I'm going a slightly different way than everybody else.
I thought that was going to be Nate's pick, so I had to take him.
Hey, look, Rob gave us too much time the past week. In my free time, my spare time of thinking, I've been like, he thinks I'm going this way. I'm going this way.
All right. Let's see who comes off Rob's.
Rob, who are you drafting with your first draft pick?
All right. So I'm going to, for the second overall pick in the Brah Migos WWE draft, I am going to select. I'm on my own against the wall. Bianca Belair. Number one, Bianca Belair in hearts.
In the damn it, though, Rob.
On my list.
That wasn't my number one. She was up there.
Damn, Rob. Rob, you took my number one woman off the list, huh?
Okay. Yeah, she was going to be my number one woman. Now,
all right.
Be as though I am Price. I already knew that my first pick was going to be L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
I had to go with L.A. Knight number one. I have some good reasons whenever my roster starts to fill out, if everything can come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna repeat in the same order, or are we gonna go backwards?
Let's snake it.
Snake. So I get another one.
Yep.
Ooh, y'all done fucked up now.
Let's see what Nate gonna do.
You know, yes, I had two picks that I was gonna go with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to eat up two right now.
Oh, he's going with a fast. Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman, guys, I want Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Seth freaking Rollins right now.
Goodness. All right. So if you guys remember, that counts as two picks. So now that Nate has picked a faction, he basically has two picks picked.
Yes, I do.
So that is the strategy of this event.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I figure out how to make this shit colored, there we go.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, actually,
all in Seth Bronson and Seth Bronson and
no. In the snake.
Yeah,
in the
I'm
snake.
Saying, just Seth Bronson and Braun Breaker is now all off the table.
All of them.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rob. Let me see what you got.
You know what? All right. So you taking him. There we go. I'm trying to get this list right. All right. So you're taking Paul Heyman guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a couple guys myself as a tag team.
Don't you do it, Rob. Don't you do it.
Give me those Creed brothers.
Oh,
Brutus, Julius, come on down because you are part of my team. I want them both. I'm making Julius Creed into a star. I'm making Brutus Creed into another
Okay.
star, maybe a little lesser. That's because how that goes. But nah, I want the Creed brothers. They are absolutely great. They are. I
Thank you,
can't
Rob.
say enough about them. I can't say enough about the Creed brothers. Those are my dudes.
That ain't who I thought Rob was picking. I'm so glad that's who he did pick.
Okay.
But my next pick don't need much time in the draft room. I'm taking NXT's own Oba Femi.
Yeah,
Let's go,
he was on
baby.
my list. He was on my
Let's
list.
go, baby.
Oh man.
This is gonna
So
be
it's
quite
Snake.
nice.
It's still me, right?
Yeah, it's still you.
All right. Starting in round 3, I'm going for a tag team. None other.
I already know who you're going for.
None other. We want the smoke.
Yeah.
Street
I knew it.
Profits.
God damn it.
Get
Damn
him
it.
Get him here, baby. Get him here.
Okay.
Since which way I was going.
All right.
Like if they leave him there, I got him.
Okay. All right. So it is my pick right now. And I am able to pick somebody. And you already took Paul Heyman, guys. So actually, one of my guys is out because I was going to absolutely fucking take Braun Breaker. But in this time, I'm going to take the next best thing.
Oh Lord.
I'm going Samoan.
Oh.
And I'm going Werewolf. Give me motherfucking Jacob Fatu.
Oh no.
Give me fucking Jacob Fatu. I am killing this draft. But
that's a stab. That's a stab in my heart, Rob. That is a stab.
Just give me all that. Jacob Fatu. Give me that. All right.
Don't stab me. Don't stab me, Nate. Don't stab me.
Don't stab you?
Yep. So
I don't know.
This time you get one pick because you already picked your third pick. So this is one.
Yep. I think this might be the stab, the true liver. Solo Sikoa.
Solo.
It's not. But that hurts. Now I gotta rearrange my list now.
That is an interesting one. All right. So this pick is now mine, and I am up. So 3 letters, 1 word. HIM. Give me Carmelo Hayes. Give me Carmelo Hayes right now.
Rob with the trick right there. I thought he was going somewhere else.
Nope, not this time. I want him. I want Carmelo Hayes. Give me my boy.
Now I'm gonna get my 2 picks out the way because I'm going with a faction.
All right.
Give me none other than the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, your Intercontinental Champion, Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez, Roxanne Perez.
That's actually a really nice pick.
It really is.
Get my 2 out the way, baby. Let's go.
All right, that's a nice pick. I can fuck with that. All right. All right. So now it's on me, and so I get to pick. And let me scroll through my little Rolodex because I did say, and I forgot, this is all TKO. So I'm gonna go international right now. Give me El Hijo de Vikingo.
Oh,
give me that. Give me my boy Vikingo. I want him right now.
All right. So you going Vikingo?
Vikingo.
So, because I've had time to ponder upon this, and I know that since I went early with my faction, that I get to pick 2 good single stars. First,
okay,
I'm gonna go with one that I don't think that you guys thought about.
Okay.
He was formerly a person named Miro.
Oh,
but I'm bringing back
fuck her.
Rusev Day.
Mother.
Rusev Day.
That was a
Rusev
good
Day.
fucking pick.
That was a great fucking
That was a
pick.
great fucking pick. I
Because
can't
he
even
really is
lie.
back as Miro now. I'm hating. Like go
That was a good fucking pick.
Like go ahead.
And now for my second one. 3 letters, 1 move, RKO.
Oh, okay.
Randy Orton.
From
Right behind him. From the Lou.
there we go. That's all that matters. All right. So now I am going to select somebody. And let me look through my list and let me make sure I pick this person because I am going to go with one of the best in the business, Lola Vice.
Oh,
Ooh. I like that. I like that.
Lola
I
Vice.
like
Let me
that.
get that.
I can't be mad at that, Rob. I can't be mad at that because
Can't be mad. Can't
not
be
only
mad.
is she a
Can't be
looker,
mad.
she's good in the
I
ring.
mean, nigga. Yeah.
All right. So now I'm back on the board with 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Since we are under the TKO umbrella, I might have to shift to TNA.
Wait. They're not
Ain't
under
it?
TKO.
I mean, did WWE buy TKO and TNA?
They got a partnership deal.
Nope, partnership. Nope.
Partnership.
Yep.
So I can't use no T. Dang. All right.
Nope.
Great for clarifying the rules. Great for clarifying the rules. Well, if not, then I'm gonna go 4 letters, 1 word. Yeah.
Jey Uso. Okay.
Give me a Jey Uso, baby. And so, since they just messed up my whole game plan, I'm gonna go none other than Booker T's favorite.
Oh, my motherfucking other pick.
Stephanie Vanquist. However you pronounce her name.
Vakir.
Vakir.
And I can't even spell her name right. That's because I didn't even get her. All right. So
As long as Rob will take who I'm thinking. I got another devastating 2 picks, right?
Let's see what Rob gonna go with.
So you actually took one of the picks that I was going to take. One of the people that I had in mind. One of the people I was looking at. But the other person, a storm is coming. Give me Jay Cargill. Give me Jay Cargill. Because I knew for a fact, as soon as I saw Stephanie Vakir, I was like, yeah, this nigga. Jay. Give me Jay. Give me Jay.
Okay.
You're up.
Every great man has a pivot move, right? Every great man has a pivot move. So you gotta know how to pivot and do your thing, right? You always gotta have more than one move in basketball. So, like Mike, like Kobe, whenever the fade away ain't working, I can turn around, I can drive to the goal. So, my first pick, Oscar.
Wow. Yes.
There we go. That's a legend.
So, now, you may say, Bryce, you got Oscar, but then what you gonna do? I'm a backdoor with the current women's Money in the Bank briefcase holder, Naomi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, because I was like thinking like, man, he gonna pick what the fuck I was gonna pick. Because what rhymes with pick? What could rhyme with pick? Whoop that Trick. Give me goddamn Trick Williams right now.
Oh, okay, yes. Whoop that Trick. Hey, whoop that Trick. Ugh.
My boy said
Now I'm
he
about to
doing
use my time in the green room. Okay, this is getting down to the wire now. I should have 3
Hey,
picks left, right? Total, right?
you have
Mm-hmm.
3. I have
Okay.
2, and Nate has 2.
Yep.
All right.
Real shit. I gotta look at
Time in
this.
my green room. Hold on.
But I'm glad you take your time, nigga, because I would have.
Hold
Shit.
on. All right. Let me see here.
Oh no, I know how I'm getting.
If we're going these different ways, I think
See.
I'm going to go. Should I? See, I'm not that impressed with that person that much. And I think I'm going to go Seattle. Give me Penta.
Panther, yeah.
All right.
I like it.
All right. You got one more?
Let me get one. Let me get my next person. Y'all done took a lot of people I like. Dang. And all right,
Now remember, you can pick out of people. You can pick people out of factions if you want to. So
yeah, I know. Let me see. There's no faction other that I'm thinking about that I really want. What the hell? I don't really have too many champions on my team, so I'm gonna go with it's Tiffany time. Let me get Tiffany Stratton.
wait, yeah, that's right. Nah, because when you said that, because like when Nate had said I'm gonna pick the current Money in the Bank holder, make Money in the Bank holder, I was like, oh, that's Tiffany Stratton. Like, no, it's not.
That's Naomi.
I was like, I literally thought she still had the briefcase, and she hasn't had the briefcase in months upon months. So that's on me. All right. All right. So for my next pick, one of the newer NXT people that have gotten there, give me Lil Mama Pump. Give me Jordan Grace.
Okay.
I like that. Like that.
Okay. Now, I want to see if there's going to be an exception to this one.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord. Here you go.
Can we pick people who are working from one company with the new company?
I know where you're going with this.
Oh, I know you know where I'm going with this.
I know exactly where you're going. So,
because this should count. Because technically he's there.
He's
on
there,
NXT.
but it's a partnership
He's on
deal.
NXT.
Like, because granted, like right now, Trick Williams is the TNA champ, but he is still under TKO. So he's not a part of the other. You know what?
Look,
He gonna be.
if I couldn't choose TNA, he can't choose TNA.
You know, no, he's right. He's right because I think y'all was gonna pick the same person. Essentially,
See, you told me no.
Who are you gonna pick? Who are you gonna pick, Jarvis?
I was gonna go FKA Dolph Ziggler.
Oh no, that ain't where I'm going.
That's what I was gonna pick.
I was gonna say that wasn't gonna be that.
That was my pick.
I don't think about that nigga at all. But go ahead, Nate. No, you cannot pick. You have to pick somebody under TKO. So I know who you. I know who you're trying to pick. I see his
name, and we
I saw his name right here on the NXT. I was like, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
He is not. His contract is still. His contract is still.
I was about to say, yeah, I got this. I was like, nobody thought about this. Okay, like I said,
thought about it. Like he would have been in my list, but I was trying to get Nick Nimitz out the way first. But yeah,
no,
you were gonna be the one.
So,
sorry,
you stole one of the women I wanted, Rob. So,
okay.
With that being
my
said,
wife, man.
So with that being said, has anybody picked Jada Parker?
They have not.
I have not.
Jada Parker
You got Jada Parker.
It's gonna
I'm on the
be.
team price, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, fair. That's a great pick.
because look,
A lot of future behind her.
a hell of a lot of future behind her. An enormous amount behind her. Now, whenever you pick somebody like her, I feel like I had to have somebody else. So, why not pick a Becky Lynch to go
Oh, okay.
to give me 4 women, to give me a multitude of women, a nice balance, men and women,
Mhm.
Okay.
and that will conclude my 10 picks.
I fuck with it. I honestly do fuck with it.
I indirectly kind of got 5 women because I got a faction with 3.
Wait, who's your faction? Who's the faction you got?
Judgment Day.
Oh yeah. All right. Because this is actually hard for me, and I actually want to, like, after this round, I want to do like, who would you be your next or your outside looking in, like your one pick that's an outside looking in, because I have a bunch of people that I really do.
Oh, I already know who my next pick would be.
My outside looking in, I
No,
got
no,
one. Go ahead.
Don't say it yet. Don't say it. Let Rob
Yeah.
draft, and then
Well,
you draft yours last.
Because this guy I've liked for a really long time, and I think he's uber talented. I haven't watched NXT all that much to basically say where he is now. I know he's a part of a new group or whatever, but I'm gonna pick him singularly. Wesley. I'm a big fan of Wesley. Have been for a very long time. I really like dude. I think he could be a mega star.
I'm glad you did that because his 2 flackies, they could be interchangeable. I don't really feel like they're a necessity for Wesley.
Understand. I've seen of them a bunch, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But
and that's gonna be your last pick.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, you're the last one, Visky.
Oh, all right. My last pick. Mr. / or Mrs. Irrelevant.
That's fair.
Now, if I had to have a last pick to add to my team.
Well, this is your last pick. So,
yeah, this is your actual last pick.
Yeah. I gave this guy a lot of flack. But I feel like I really need this heel on my team. You always need a heel to make a great chase story. Why not give me the ring general himself, Gunther?
I fuck with it.
Okay, I fuck with it. I can fuck with it.
All right. So now this time, everybody picks their outside looking in. Do you want to go in order, or do you want to you guys want to just say
it? He could say whoever else he was gonna pick. You could go. You could go with whoever.
Yeah, basically.
I have a male and a female outside looking in. That I was pondering on. Now, y'all know how I feel about. I'm gonna say my female first. Y'all know how I feel about. I call her the GOAT in the women's division. None other than Charlotte Flair. I pondered a lot. That was my one. Yeah. If you want to go for my male outside looking in, this was heartbreaking because I wanted him. I wanted to give him a spot. Sami Zayn.
Okay. I can see that.
That was my 2 close outside looking ins.
Okay. Right. What about you, Rob? What was your one that you were looking at?
I was actually looking at 2 myself, but it was 2 dudes. All right. It's really 3, but I'll keep it at 2. First one, Tyler Bate. Bate, just he's never around because he's
I was like, is he still signed?
But just dumb talented dude, like just absolutely dumb talented dude. My next choice, Ricky Stark. That I was like scratching the potential. Oh, granted, I haven't watched NXT in forever.
Why did I think about him before we started, and he just slipped my mind when I started?
Or no, he's not Ricky. Is he Ricky Stark? No, he's Ricky Saints. Excuse me, Ricky Stark.
Yeah,
Ricky Saints now. and I blame that on my lack of watching NXT, and that's because I'm trying to watch it in order, but I haven't watched it forever. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so Nate, who would be your outside looking in?
I feel like because 10 picks wasn't enough, and I wanted to include the women. I didn't want to be all men's roster.
Right.
But I feel like everybody passed over this person, and I'm like, I'm the only person thinking of this guy. The current Intercontinental Champion.
Ooh,
Dirty Dom.
I got Dirty Dom in Judgment Day.
Oh, sorry, you did. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that. Well, I think he's about to lead him. So,
it hasn't yet. He hasn't yet.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, technically he's still there. But if it wasn't going to be him, I was gonna take the New Day.
I thought about my boys.
That was gonna be my other OLI. That was gonna be our third OLI.
See, look, let me tell you what I thought about. I said everybody's gonna come out with a heavy hitter, their first pick. Nobody's gonna say, "Let me pick a faction on the second pick," and I was like, "I'm gonna pick a faction on the second."
They're technically not a faction right now. They've been a tag team longer than they've been a faction.
Oh yeah,
no. I mean for my pick, I felt like y'all weren't gonna pick a faction right away. I said either they're going to draft a faction right away. I said if they decide that they're going to go heavy hitter, I want LA Knight. I got a guy I can put the title on. And then I said, nobody's thinking of a faction. I need to take the Paul Heyman guys. Because if I need to, I got a guy in there who can chase the title. I got two guys that can be a tag team. I got a guy that can go after the Intercontinental if they wanted to single. I got this. And then I knew because he took Roman, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and stab him with Solo. He's not going to get him.
Rob really stabbed me with the Jacob. Man.
Yep. Yeah. I said it's either gonna be Jacob or Solo. And then I said everybody's forgotten about Rusev.
I didn't forget. I just had my big board. I had other priorities. Yeah. I didn't forget though.
I was like, I need a Rusev.
You know what's crazy? There was a two champ. Well, we mentioned the New Day. One other champion we left off the board that did not get taken.
Where?
Io Sky.
Yeah. There's a reason for that.
I'm gonna save my. I don't. There's a reason for that. I don't want to be rude.
So New Day and Io Sky are like the only champions that didn't get picked.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah. I mean, Sol Ruka is the women's North American champ down there in NXT. I mean, nobody took Lyra. Or no,
Becky took the new champ. Nate took Becky.
Yeah, I took Becky.
Yeah.
Oh, like nobody took Zelina. I forgot about this.
There's a reason that nobody took Io Sky.
Yeah.
And there's because every other woman that was picked before her has a pecking order that we feel is above her. Rob doesn't have to say it. I'll say it for you, Rob.
But no,
I'll say it for you.
That is 100% right. Because I was like, let me not be mean.
She is not somebody that I think of.
Great wrestler, one of the best. But think about who also we didn't pick, and this is somebody that I think right now is the best in WWE as far as the women's side. Rhea. Nobody picked Rhea. And that's who I would say is the best.
Technically she fell up under Judgment Day.
No, she's not.
She's old Judgment Day.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing though.
Oh, we left off Damian Priest.
Damian Priest.
Yeah, but he's another one I was thinking about. I was thinking about Damian Priest, but that's what I'm saying. And it's like you said, Rob. And I'm not going to harp on this because we need to get to the topic. It's not that she's a bad wrestler. But whenever she gets behind this thing right here, it makes you forget all about her wrestling ability for that moment.
Yeah.
And it is horrible.
Yeah, she's doing it in her second language. She's gotten better. It's not as bad as others. She's getting better because Shinsuke struggled and he got a little bit better. Even though he just basically said, fuck, I'm just gonna speak Japanese and they gonna like this shit, And granted, WWE did a good job with it. But no, I mean she's getting better at speaking English. Asuka, same thing. It's hard when you have to get over that language barrier. And
this is true.
And so, but no, it's really more to that point. Bianca's a great talker. Lola Vice is great. Or I don't know. I can't remember how she is on the mic. Can't remember how Jordan. But they have things that I would say put them a step above EO personally. And really, I would say this. I don't have as much, and I know we got to get on to the next topic. When it comes to the Joshi wrestlers, I'm not as big of a fan. I'm cool with them. I'm not as big of a fan as the Joshi wrestlers. So
yeah.
So like,
I totally understand.
I
And
definitely
I
agree.
totally understand. And I'll say this, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say before we get up off of this. I got a friend. She listens to the podcast. Courtney. Courtney said because she heard us talk about people who can't speak because she's actually a language tutor. Like she helps people in Japan. She actually went to work in Japan. She told me, she said one of the best things that they can do that she probably thinks that they're not doing here is they probably don't socialize enough with people who speak English. So they fall back into their first language whenever they're talking to their usual people, and they never speak English because they're not around somebody who speaks English. She literally would take the people that they go out with, like that she teaches, and they'd go out somewhere in Japan, like they'd find a place where people are speaking more English and have them conversate with people in English constantly so it becomes a more natural thing. Not to make them lose their native tongue, but so English comes out better. So you feel more, oh, they know this language. Oh, they can feel this. I think that that's something that they need to do with her. Just have her hey, we're going to take you somewhere. Conversate with people. 30 minutes, an hour. Like she said, she said 30 minutes to an hour, like a day, every other day. She said they'll pick up like that and they'll never notice it because they'll just get into the habit of doing it without having it to be force of, I'm making you learn this in front of somebody, you know? But it could be something just that simple. Now, we know that we probably had you guys thinking, hey, these guys have been all over talking wrestling, but we got to get to the NBA. If you don't mind, Rob, I'm not gonna rant about LeBron today because I want to get to this game 7 because I know how this is about to go with me and Visky right now.
Yeah.
So, look here. I saw your little Facebook post with that list.
That list,
hollering about everybody. Now look, first of all, the Bucks got hurt, okay? So I don't even count that. Like that's a bad one. So this is what I'll say. You've gotten blessed. The last game, they just didn't play well, like I told you. Thunder didn't shoot well. Wasn't something like y'all were just all worldly against them. They didn't shoot well. They had a bad game.
The basket was as wide as the Grand Canyon in Game 6 for the Pacers.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. No, it wouldn't. You can go look at them stats and see that. That basket was not wide as the Grand Canyon. Y'all had spurts of playing, of shooting good, and that's how y'all got through. I'ma still say Thunder in 7.
Rob, you've been saying this since Game 4. Thunder in 4, Thunder in 5, Thunder in 6.
It don't matter as long as the job get done. It don't matter as long as the job get done. Okay? It's that easy. I don't see, and let me be honest. The Pacers have had a run, like similar to what they had last year, except Tyrese Halliburton has been healthy. Every team is going to have some type of, there's not going to be a perfect run unless you look at what Dirk did. Dirk had probably the most perfect run to NBA Finals ever with who he beat, health of the teams, and what happened. Okay? You're not going to see that probably happen too often.
But see, I got to disagree with that because you're comparing that competition in 2011 like this competition doesn't equate because it's
no, not the competition.
Okay.
The actual run of teams were healthy.
Okay, you should put on like that aspect.
He fought a bunch of healthy teams, and he had a dominant run through a bunch of healthy teams. We ain't gonna sit up here and act like these teams let and teams went out and
superstars were healthy though. All the superstars was playing. The number
Tatum
one
went
guy
out.
What, the Pacers
Tatum
didn't
went
play
out.
Tatum? The Pacers didn't play Tatum?
Mitchell. No. But what I'm saying though is, do you think? Let's be real. Let's just be real. Rob, like, I'm about to sit back because these niggas about to get.
I got nothing. I got it. I'm watching the show.
You cannot tell me
Where's my popcorn?
if Boston is healthy and it's healthy Boston versus healthy Indiana,
ain't got no sense.
that Indiana is beating Boston in 7 games if they're healthy.
But I don't think Boston would have got past New York regardless.
I think Boston would have got past New York.
That's my thing. New York, I feel like, could have found a way, and they would have beat Boston regardless.
No.
Yes. Most definitely.
No.
You said it out your own mouth you don't trust Tatum, but now all of a sudden, you're trusting Tatum.
I ain't gotta, but it ain't trusting Tatum. It's trusting that team.
Oh.
I'll trust that team. You gonna look. Here's the fact of the matter. You're gonna get a 20-point game out of Derek White.
Derek White would have ran out of juice.
You're gonna get nah.
He would have ran out of juice.
So New York didn't run out of juice. New York didn't run out of juice.
I mean, the energy, like they couldn't keep up with the energy.
No, New York ran out of juice. Playing starters 38 minutes every night.
That's because you got people like Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. They ain't producing. When you only got Jalen Brunson is the only man that could give you over 20. Come on now.
So Cat didn't average 20. Like he
did his thing. He did his part.
He was a liability on defense. I'm not gonna lie about that. He's a liability on defense. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I'll say this: I think Indiana's gonna fold. Come the clutch.
Okay.
I think that it's in OKC. It's home cooking time. It's SGA.
Right.
NBA. Larry O'Brien trophy. We going home. Yeah.
Let me tell you.
They gonna party in Oklahoma.
I'm gonna tell you like I told you the other day. I got one positive thing to say about the Thunder. That they can still get the Finals MVP trophy. That's about all. Because ain't no way I don't see
ass shit, Rob.
I don't see in any way, regardless of who they give it to on the Pacers, I'm gonna disagree. I think win or lose, SGA deserves the Finals MVP. But
that's a hell of a take.
About to say, but when it's all said and done, that Thunder is gonna go mute. And the sunshine of that pace is going to clear that Thunder out the way. And this is going to be it. You know, Rick Carlisle will go down as having the greatest two titles in NBA history. With the Dallas Mavericks and the Pacers. Well, the 2 greatest underdog stories. Put it like that.
He gonna continue to have one. He gonna continue to have one. And he's going to have the Cinderella run that Dave had a run of runs. I applaud. But that's it. You only jumped on these niggas bandwagon anyway because your niggas went out.
Hey, I got to root for somebody. Shoot, you know, I like to root for somebody even though my team ain't in it, you know.
No. You decided to pick against me because you don't want OKC to win that shit. That's the devil.
You know, I can't root with the same team as you anyway. Exactly.
Hey, look,
we can't be rooting for the same person.
Look. You always gotta be enemy. You could be on the right side of crime sometime, you know.
I only say this in my realistic basketball opinion. The Pacers have no pressure. They've exceeded any expectation. All the pressure is on the Thunder. Like if they lose after being the most heaviest favorite in I don't know how many years, I feel like that's in the back of their mind. And I don't think it's going to be any blowouts. I really think it's going to be a close game. And that's just it. The Pacers have zero pressure because nobody thought they was going to be here in the first place, let alone one win away from the title. So I just going to be a good game.
This is what I think is going to happen. This game is going to play out one or two ways. If the Thunder come out there and put their foot on the Pacers' neck and they up big in the third, come the fourth, We gonna see SGA rest a couple minutes, and then he gonna walk back out there on that court in his Undertaker outfit with some nails and a hammer, and he gonna nail that goddamn coffin shut, and this is gonna be over with. And he's gonna get it done because it's one thing that we've saw with Indiana for sure. Yeah, they have that comeback in them sometimes. They do. But we also know this. And I won't call him the free throw merchant. But we know if he get going, it's gonna be a hell of a day. It's gonna be a hell of a day.
It also helps he gets to throw a stiff arm like a running back in the middle of the lane.
It's a little chicken wing.
Rob,
you look like motherfucker Derrick Henry out there.
Him and other people been trying to throw this shit. They've been trying to undermine this shit all day long with that. Okay,
I had to make sure that wasn't Derrick Henry. I was like, "What?"
It's a shoulder shrug. It's like a shoulder shrug plus.
That's it. A little bit of something.
And I also want to point. Oh, go ahead and finish your statement.
Oh, and let's be real. Not one of y'all shot over 50% in the last game.
Hey,
not really. I really got no fucking snacks.
The guy wins though.
Well, no, Nimhard did. My bad. Nimhard did.
I was going to say, if you realize how much of a chess move Rick Carlisle is playing, you see his comments about Scott Foster after Game 5. He was like, "Why y'all being so hard? Scott Foster is a great referee. If he playing chess, he getting on the good side. So if Scott Foster is announced tomorrow morning, Scott Foster gonna remember, you know what, Rick Carlisle didn't even beat me up. I'm gonna put my whistle in my pocket. You know, he playing chess, baby."
I'm gonna tell you this. If he put his whistle in his pocket, he ain't gonna make it out of Oklahoma. He ain't gonna make it out of Oklahoma.
After all
he ain't
that,
gonna make it out of Oklahoma. If he put his whistle in his pocket, he ain't gonna make it out of Oklahoma.
Hey.
I know that. He might want to pick it up if he know what's good. But he better hold on to it. He better hold on.
You ain't got no opinions, Ryan? Give us your take, Ryan. Who you got? Your pick. Game set.
So I honestly don't really have much of an opinion. Rob,
I'm just here for good basketball.
What? No. Because what I do have to say is my hate for the Pacers is still there. It's still within me. I don't want to basically see the Pacers hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy. I don't. It's just that I don't. My hate isn't as rough for them or isn't as strong for them as it used to be. Because I do like these cats and they are playing hard. Like I love.
Oh yeah, they definitely playing hard.
Play. Like we were talking about before the show. I love how Nimhard has been like, SGA is mine all series. He been like, that's the MVP. I'm fucking shutting him down. I basically even said, like, if they're going to probably give it the MVP, they're going to probably give it to Nimhard a la Andre Iguodala when basically LeBron was going off in that 2016 finals. I think basically I can see it going like that. But no, I want the Thunder to win. Like, my little brother's Thunder fan. I like SGA. I like this team. I want them to basically win. I like, because for one, I like their chemistry. I like I've watched them basically do the press conferences or the little sidelines after. I want to see SGA with Lisa Salters, basically with everybody around him celebrating and everything like that. I would love to see that basically at the end. So, but no, like Nate said, I'm in to watch great basketball. It's gonna be some pucker time, especially tomorrow for both teams, because like Game 6 started, it seemed like that's what the game was on. So,
yep.
But no, I enjoyed the show. Like, I hope y'all enjoyed the show right here and watch these two cats basically, fight it out. So.
Hey, yeah, what it is. Now, we still got some stuff to talk about. We want to talk about WNBA before we get up out of here. So look, I see Rob has down here. We got to talk about the double C's. Caitlin Clark. Should the WNBA look to protect her? Hell goddamn yeah. That's my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why. She has been one of the biggest draws to this, whether you want to use her as the villain or the hero or however you see her. Okay? Now, I will say this. She is good at trying to walk away with some shit sometimes. She gets her Reggie Miller on. she damn sure gets her Reggie Miller on at times. And she just ain't ran into the person who gonna try to choke her yet. Okay? I thought it might have happened the other day. But I think that they need to protect her to a certain extent. I ain't saying give her all the calls and nothing, but just, watch out for a little bit. Don't let your golden goose get cooked too early. Let us start to rake the money. Let us rake the money in. Let us get it going. What do you think, Rob?
We just had a WWE draft with
Mm-hmm.
wrestling fans. One of the biggest things or the biggest negatives you could say about somebody in the wrestling business is that they're protected. They're protected and shielded from basically the fans, from the criticisms, all of those things. And you want to do this for this little white woman?
I ain't saying protected from the fans and stuff.
Well, fans is different. Fans is different in this situation because these motherfuckers are crazy. But
yes.
No, she should not be protected. This is a competition. And granted, I 100% agree. She basically, I won't say throw rocks and hide hands, but it's like she will basically walk away from every single situation, even though like old girl seemed like she was in her face and she pushed her off or whatever. But no, man, like the worst thing I think you could do right now is to protect her because everybody has been on this whole thing of y'all doing too much with this girl. Y'all basically only talking about her. Y'all overshadowing everything else to basically have the perception that she is protected. I think is worse. Now, granted, I think she should fight because she is doing a bunch of stuff that is evoking a fight. But I think that protecting her, I don't think that's the good move. I don't think that's a good move. Just for thinking of like,
I need the team to go get her Charles Oakley.
That's
what I need.
That might be the thing.
Like, I think, girl, excuse me, I don't know her name. Her little protector that's right now, the blonde chick.
Oh, what was it? Cunningham?
I don't know her name, so excuse me. But
the one are you talking about the one that got into the fight with the other old girl? I know we're saying a whole bunch of old girls. It's true. I know Sophie Cunningham was like one of the names that was said. I can't remember who the one that was driving to the basket and then got like kind of like thrown down to the ground. Like, yeah. But no, I mean that is essentially what happened to Caitlin Clark when she got knocked down. You had Marina Mabry. Marina Mabry basically knock her ass over, just like Kennedy Carter did last year. Like it's. I mean, you do have some vets that will come up for they other people, but like, yeah, it don't seem like that is happening as much with Caitlin.
It is not. But I will say this: the WNBA women have been getting chippy lately. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if the moons are aligning. We about to have another red moon or something like that.
Hey.
But they like a few steps away from the culling or something around there. Like it is headed in that direction. But I like it. I like that that they're starting to get competitive and grimy, and they kind of want it more.
Fight.
Yeah, let them. Because I'm telling you now, the first look. If the WNBA ever has a la Malice in Le Palace or something like that, but we will trip out. They will look. Revenue might go up in a huge spike if something like that happens. It's just the draw, and I don't think not every person agrees with that, but they need the draws right now. They need their people to be physical. They need to win. They need to show that they're being a little bit more extra competitive to drive their league in the right direction to me. I feel like Caitlin Clark is one of those people. She's going to take the league in the right direction. Your superstars are there. I think it's going to be like I always said. I think it's going to be a personality thing. You need personalities to shine. That's what we need. The WNBA needs as many personalities as possible.
But the thing about it is, she ain't that. She is not a personality.
Oh, no. Well, hold on. I know what you're saying, but I thought about this. She is. You know who she is? She's the fucking KD of the women's league.
But KD
she's
ain't a personality
the KD
either. And
But that's the thing, though. They don't have. Okay, if you ever watch an interview with her and KD reflect and take basketball the same way.
Yes.
But they play the sport with their heart, and they leave their personality somewhat social, and it won't always shine through. That's the emo person diamond in the rough thing about them. Now, to me, what you need is we need the personalities I think we need now is we need our Dennis Rodman. Okay.
That's Kennedy Carter. Seems like.
The whole point about the personality, I think, is because she has to spend so much time defending herself. She can't let her personality come through. It's
I don't
always
know.
defending herself or talking about something that happened with another player on the court.
Yeah, but
Would Mel does the same thing, Rob?
You said what?
Would Mel NBA player does the same thing he just said?
Like
always defending himself.
Well, the thing I would say, the thing with KD in all this is like from the family tree of Larry Bird, really. And like I just want to hoop, and that's really what I want to do. All this other shit is kind of funky. I just really want to do this. The thing with KD though is he had the whole thing about the burners, and that's where basically shit kind of took off because he's dumb sensitive about every goddamn thing. Like he's always on the internet. He's always looking at everything. He takes every piece of fucking criticism that you can't take. And then there's, hey, we talking too much about criticism. Like that's the thing with KD. She don't do any of that. She really, honestly, just
we don't know.
Like what? Well, I mean, yeah, she could have
because we didn't know that his ass had a burn until he messed up.
So it's
she could be doing. I'm telling you, Rob. These superstars pay attention so much.
That's true.
And they may not want you to know. And I think because them two have had interactions, hey man, don't get caught with the burners. And that's been the thing.
That
don't get caught with it.
That is probably true. And I can't go against it. But I'm saying, like, at least out loud, I don't know if she has to defend everything because she don't speak about shit. And not saying that she has to. And I'm really going to basically say she don't really. Paige Becker's got that covered. So Paige Becker's and Cameron Brink, as far as the white women that's out there basically speaking on every goddamn thing. That's fine. And so she don't have to. But it's still to the fact of the matter of she don't really show anything else. She's not giving you anything. And that's really, you can say the same thing for Michael. Michael didn't show you much outside of what he was doing. I mean, he had the Republicans buy sneakers too kind of thing, but it's got to be the shoes, like Mike, all those kind of things that basically was developed around him, and that's what basically gave us what we saw and what we kind of felt about him. Like even with Kobe, like Kobe didn't give you much. Well, Kobe gave you much, but he gave you a little more than MJ, and that's mainly because, like, you know, the different times or whatever.
Now, Mike almost choked the shit about a Reggie one time, but then you trying to get them.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like because every time I look at the WNBA, it's gonna come down to personalities. We're attracted to NBA person. We see the player, and then whenever we get attached to the personality and how they play, we're like, I like that person. We can see them playing, but we don't know the personality. And until they figure out how to make that connect with people, they're going to be in this spot. And the complaining about the money thing doesn't help you because they still do it here and there of, we're not getting the revenue. And there was a guy that did the financial breakdown on it. He said, if y'all want the same revenue share that they have, y'all would have to pay them $85,000 a year to play in the WNBA. And I don't think they haven't thought of that part, because it's a difference between 30, 40 million and 9 billion. That's a huge number discrepancy. I do want them to get their money. But the first step in this as personalities. And as much as I'm going to hate to say this, but it's going to be a nice little transition. One of those personalities is going to have to be Mrs. Me-Bound herself, as you call her, Angel Reese.
Me Bound. Y'all got y'all Me Bound t-shirt on order?
Hey.
She's going to have to be one of the ones, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to have to be one of them. And I love that we're gonna give her rose as Angel Reese Me-Bounds, because that's what the hell they are, Rob. They're her rebounds.
No, she did. Look, I wanted basically to give her flowers mainly because a lot of the proceeds are going to cyberbullying, because she has basically, like, ever since the NCAA tournament against Caitlin Clark, has basically been getting shit about all this shit, and it's just like, yeah. The fact that she's basically putting that money towards that, I gotta clap for it. And so, like, basically, I wanted to basically bring Me-Bounds, like, because she is one, like, every time I see her, she seems so goddamn jaded, and it's because it's like she get it from every goddamn angle, and it's just like, damn, that must be tiring. And I'm looking on the website, $40 fucking dollars, a lot of fucking money, but I mean, it's these shirts look pretty dope and everything like that, and like it's the thing of like, this is cool because she is one of the people that she got her own podcast, so she is out there and trying to basically market herself. She's done I don't know if she did the SI swimsuit issue. I know she did a bunch of swimsuit stuff, but like she is out there as far as a personality. But I mean, there are more women that are getting out there. Fly J is supposed to be coming up probably next year. There are more people that's going to be out there that's going to be in the WNBA. That's going to be people that you know of and people that can look back to, and they starting to get more marketing opportunities too. So giving flowers to Angel Reese and the Me-Bounds movement. So do you think, girl?
I just want us to make one statement on the whole Caitlin Clark situation.
What's up?
I don't really feel like she needs to be protected. I feel like the rest of the league needs to accept the fact of what she's bringing. She's drunk. I don't think they've accepted the fact that that she is the reason a lot more people are watching the W. She's not a rookie anymore. I feel like they're still doing rookie hazing, doing her sophomore year.
But I think part of it is that, like, it's the same thing with MJ. MJ came into the league where basically it's niggas that was already there and not getting any kind of shoe endorsements, not getting any kind of anything. And they like, oh, look at the heir apparent, look at the motherfucker. Yeah, it's gonna be some level of jealousy, but it's also gonna be to where it's like, dog, I'm a grown ass man, I'm a grown ass woman too. Like, I'm out here doing my damn thing. And I don't think I understand what people are saying is like, hey, you gotta be more, accepting or whatever. But it's also there's like, no, this is fucking competition. She needs to motherfucking sink or swim. And then and some of the shit that she did, like with the Angel Reese thing, where she kind of threw her down, and like the shit where like she pushed over girl, like it is like she wants to basically do it and then get out of the situation, and then basically have somebody else kind of handle it. But no, she gotta fucking fight. Like you're gonna have to swing back, or you have to let somebody get a fair one.
I don't really feel like it was her fault. I was watching it. The play happened, and all of a sudden, some chick really just came out of nowhere and just like pushed her to the floor.
Yeah, that one I would say it was like because she got fouled, got the swiped eye. The woman that fouled her basically was like still up on her, and she like boom did like that, and then everybody kind of gathered, and that's when Mabry knocked her down. And so like that kind of situation where it's just like you still got to basically, she got hit and she got blindsided, pun intended. So that one is a little different, but you gotta have to fight.
Yes. And I'm a firm believer in 2 hands full of neck get you some respect. She just need to choke one of them out one time, and they gonna respect her after that.
At least make the attempt.
You hurt one of them once. I'm telling you, look, if you make an example out of one person, they gonna say one or two things. You either gonna have somebody who gonna think that they more bold than her, Are you gonna hear noise talking and they ain't gonna touch you? Or they gonna be like, she crazy. Don't touch.
You got
And that's what you need right there.
you got to show a little crazy sometimes. So it's just got to be there. It's got to be found because everybody looking at she's different. She's older. It's like, nah, man, you got to basically be like, no, motherfucker, I'm here. Like, let's
Look,
go.
and I'm gonna say this. See if she did it to Angel Reese and she got the better of her. Ain't none of them gonna touch her. Because the first thing they gonna say is she been waiting to get And I'm gonna be honest. If I was in her shoes, I'd put my little fine money to the side. Because she got it. She got all them. She making way more money than she making in the WNBA. I put my little fine money to the side. And I'll make up my mind. I'll be on I wish their ass would mode. And the minute that they touch me, I'm gonna go off. And see when I go off, right after that, they gonna say, that little white girl crazy. She tried to choke the hell out of her. And you not gonna have no more problems with nobody. They gonna say, don't you go over there messing with Kaylin. Kaylin crazy. That's all it is. Remember, we've seen it happen. Isaiah Stewart is probably the most unhinged NBA player. Right? They not gonna touch him because of fear of retaliation when he might
catch me outside.
Yes.
It's like the Ryan Artest days, man.
Think about that. Just think about it, though. You know them dudes who bought it. I'm a firm believer that I feel like Zach Randolph kept a Glock in his Rolls Royce.
Or a pool stick, if you know, you know.
Yeah, he was ready for you at all times, my dog. So you might, in certain people, you can't play with like that. And she just got to make that one example. Because look, you done heard the stories about Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley done slapped the hell out of some people. He done slapped people through basketballs at them, all kind of stuff.
For Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, for Mike, for himself, he ain't care. See, he knew to protect the product. Look, boy, what's that girl name? I just saw her. She like 6'4", 220 on 18.
Not Aaliyah Boston.
Aaliyah Boston.
You might want her. No, DeWanna. You gonna want
DeWanna Blair?
Yeah, you gonna want. Yeah, you gonna want DeWanna. Look, DeWanna. You 37. You know you're not allowed to play much longer in the league. You go out there and step in front of one of them and you bat somebody for her one time, they gonna say, hey, bro, she got that for us, bro. Be back up.
Yeah, DeWanna just got there. And I think that's probably why she ain't really like that, like with her. But no, she needs a diesel. Like,
yeah, she needs
Caitlin Clark needs a diesel.
Yeah.
So who is gonna step up on the fever to be that diesel?
Indiana
Fever. Diesel, baby.
Look, Indiana Fever, if you're listening, that's your off-season acquisition right there. You go get her a bruising to stop them. And I promise you, we're going to see some attitudes change whenever they know pain might be coming their way. If they mess with her, they go, hey, dog, don't go up now. Because, see, this ain't like baseball. See, baseball, they can throw at you. It's a one-on-one situation unless they clearing them benches. Not in basketball. 10 people on the court one time.
Fact.
Somebody got to see somebody.
Yep.
And that's just how it is. But, as always, like, comment,
can I make one more? Can I make one more comment?
Go ahead.
Since we're on the WNBA mode, I would like to kind of defend one of my LA Sparks.
Oh, here we go.
There was a controversial Kelsey Plum video. I did find out the full story of what happened. It wasn't just that. It was apparently some fans stalking the team. They changed hotels sporadically, and they stalked them and was at the new hotel before they even arrived. And if you notice, they had a blue pen. He was trying to get a bunch of signatures in blue marker, which, a lot of celebrities sign in black because when you sign in a colorful, that's more of a proof that it's a legit signature versus a black marker. So basically, It was stalkers stalking the team, which is a little weird. If they just randomly change hotels and you at the new hotel before the team arrives, that is a little weird. So it wasn't her really trying to just, shoo off fans. I would hope it wasn't that case with it combined, but give them a little breathing room. I kind of feel like that was a little weird, especially these people that's trying to get a bunch of signatures to go sell on eBay. So lighten up on my girl Plum, lighten up on her. LA Sparks all the way, baby. But that's my only comment on that.
For sure.
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Don't be a weird person, guys.
No.
Just don't be a weird person.
Stop being look. If you eye to eye, if you're being a weirdo, stop it. Stop it.
Bad.
Like, just stop being a weirdo. And if you know a weirdo, look, take their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being a weirdo. Because some people just need to know, like, hey, being a fucking weirdo. Stop being a weirdo.
Rob telling you to hit the hand. I'm gonna take your ass out back with me with this belt. I'm gonna get this clean about you. We gonna set this straight right now.
Little column A, little column B. I'm good with it.
Yeah, we gonna get this done right now. But anything else, gentlemen, that y'all like say before we get up out of here?
Good night, Canada. Good night, Taylor Swift. Of course, like, subscribe, look up in the sky, all that. We everywhere. Go ahead, hit baby. Us up. Like, just we comment on what we got. Like, if you like, hey Rob, shut the fuck up. Put it on Facebook. All right. But at least add us and look, because there's a lot of Robs out there. So if you're gonna tell me to shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Tell me to shut the fuck up on my page at least. Okay. That's the only thing I request. Like, you're gonna tell Rob shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up on my block. All right. That's all I ask. So.
Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and play this music and get us up out of here.
Play that goddamn outro.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Brah Migos Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.